Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सरी गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सरी गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सरी गौर भक्त वृंदा हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय।
हरे कृष्णा everyone.
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Hare Krishna, Shivam.
हरे कृष्णा।
एको तो नहीं हो रहा है ना?
नहीं, एको तो नहीं हो रहा।
नहीं।
Good. Yeah, no, that's important. So, ठीक है, शुरू करते हैं। So हम लोग of course कैंटो 2 और अध्याय 10th पढ़ रहे हैं। And श्लोक 46. So अध्याय 10 is about what? Weekend में याद है कुछ? What is the chapter 10 about? Like, what is the title of chapter 10 is what I'm asking. Like, what is Srimad Bhagavatam about? Right? What does it say? Right? So the title of chapter 10, so like Srimad Bhagavatam is answer to all the questions. सब प्रश्नों का उत्तर श्रीमद् भागवतम में है, whether it's a materialistic question about this materialistic world or about the spiritual world, right? That's what the title of chapter 10 is. और जैसा हमने देखा कि how everything has been described, right? How the materialistic world has been created, how the spiritual world is situated, what is in between, right? What is external energy of Lord, Supreme Lord? What is the internal energy? And even बीच के अध्याय में, बीच के श्लोकों में हमने पढ़ा like how those 16 elements, like those 5 elements which we all know, right? Which are those 5 elements?
Agni, Vayu, Jal,
Prithvi and Akash, right? So those 5 elements we all know. That is how the material world has been created. And then we read about Mahat. Mahat is a special word, which is like referring to self-ego, which is like Ahankar, but how do you identify yourself, right? Like self-I, that's how Mahat is. And then you have those 11 things, right? We had 16 and then 11, which are like shape, smell, touch, right? How those things are created. And then of course, then how everything comes into existence, then how Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun gets into the whole materialistic world. And how this, now if you look at our science, our scientists, they are doing a great job, but what are they doing is essentially finding out details about this materialistic world. That's it. And then we read that there's so many universes. Ours is just one small universe. And all we are trying to find out is, how everything has been created, how everything has evolved, and that's all. But Srimad Bhagavatam gives us answer to all the scientific questions, including spiritual science. All right. So let's continue reading, and that is Shlok 46. Ajay?
अयम तु ब्रह्मण कल्प सविकल्प उद्राहित विधे साधारणो यत्र sarga prakrit vaikrita. The process of creation and annihilation described in summary herein is the regulative principle during the duration of Brahma's one day. It is also the regulative principle in the creation of Mahat, in which the material nature is dispersed. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, right? So, and the whole process of creation and annihilation is also described, right? And based on the principles, even the quantitative measurements, durations of Lord Brahma's one day and everything is described. So that's why I think we started this shlok on Thursday, but let's read this purport. And the scientific words, like spiritual scientific words like Mahakalpa, Vikalp, and Kalp, all those things are described. So just focus on this and let's see, right? So Shiva.
There are three different types of creation called Mahakalpa, Vikalpa, and Kalpa. In the Mahakalpa, the Lord assumes the first birth incarnation as Karnodaksha Vishnu with all the potencies of Mahatattva and the 16 principles of creative matter and instruments. The creative instruments are 11, the ingredients are 5, and all of them are products of Mahat or materialistic ego. These creations by the Lord in his feature of Karnodaksha Vishnu are called Mahakalpa. In the creation of Brahma and dispersion of the material ingredients are called Vikalpa, and the creation of Brahma and each day of his life is called Kalpa. Therefore, each day of Brahma is called a Kalpa, and there are 30 Kalpas in terms of Brahma's days. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So everything is mentioned very nicely. So what is Mahakalp? Excuse me. So Mahakalp is when Karnodaksha Vishnu takes incarnation, right? So from Lord Shri Krishna, Karnodaksha Vishnu, who then and Narayan, we read why he's called Narayan, right? Lying on the ocean, right? Nar, and then lying on the ocean, that's why it's called Narayan. Takes Karnodaksha Vishnu. Then after Karnodaksha Vishnu, along with the 16 instruments, right? And that is called Mahakalp. Now in Mahakalp, then what happens is from Lord Karnodaksha Vishnu, you create the incarnation of Garbhodaksha Vishnu and then Brahma, right? And the dispersion of the material ingredients in the universe. So that process is called Vikalp. Then once Lord Brahma is there, then he creates this Srishti. Yeah. And that is in Brahma's each day creation is called a Kalp. Yeah. So that's Kalp, Vikalp, and Mahakalp. And each day of Brahma is called a Kalp. And how many? There are 30 Kalps in terms of Brahma's days. And this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita as follows. So let's read this, continue reading this. Sachin.
This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 8.17 as follows. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Vidu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Teho Ratra Vido Janaha. In the upper planetary system, the duration of one complete day and night is equal to one complete year of this earth. This is accepted even by the modern scientists and attested by the astronauts. Similarly, in the region of still higher planetary systems, the duration of day and night is still greater than in the heavenly planets. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So what this is mentioning is, and we talked about it last week, right? How many planets we have in this universe? Right? How many planets we have? Like our Prithvi Lok is one planet, right? So that way we have 14 planets. Remember? Yeah. And what is the topmost planet?
Satyalok.
Satyalok, right? So Satyalok, and Satyalok is where Lord Brahma resides. Yeah, that's the topmost planet. And Prithvilok is the 7th planet in the order. That means there are 6 planets above us. And those 6 planets are like, some planets are of devatas, right? The demigods. Some planets are of specific gurus. Yeah. So like that, the higher planets, based on our karmas, we can also go to the higher planets. Or the devotional service, as the Srimad Bhagavatam mentions, by doing pure devotional service and surrendering to Lord Krishna, we can even go above this universe to the Vaikuntha Lok, on the spiritual planet side. But what is mentioned here is, like in this planet, on Prithvi, we have defined, right, day and night and all that based on the rotation of the sun. And this is different in the higher planets. Higher planets, one day is probably equal to our 1 year, right? In Satyalok, we know that 1 day of Brahmaji is 432, right? 4,032,000,000 years of our planet, right? So I think that's what this is talking about. And then let's continue reading here. Tarun?
The 4 yugas are calculated in terms of the heavenly calendars and accordingly are 12,000 years in terms of the heavenly planets. This is called a Divya Yuga, and 1,000 Divya Yugas make 1 day of Brahma. The creation during the day of Brahma is called Kalpa, and the creation of Brahma is called Vikalpa. When Vikalpas are made possible by the breathing of Mahavishnu, this is called a Mahakalpa. There are regular and systematic cycles of these Mahakalpas, Vikalpas, and Kalpas. In answer to Maharaja Parikshit's question about them, Sukdev Goswami answered in the Prabhasa Skanda of the Skanda Purana. Hare
Right.
Krishna.
Krishna. See, like, even here when we read science, we find it tough, right? And all these mathematics, sometimes we find it tough. Here, when you read all these definitions, what is a Divya Yug? Divya Yug is all these 4 yugas combined. Which are the 4 yugas? Remember the names?
Satyug, Kalyug, Dwapar Yug,
And Treta Yug, right? So you have
Treta Yug.
Satyug, then you have Treta Yug, and then Dwapar Yug, and then Kali Yug. Those 4 yugas, right? And those 4 yugas are called as a Divya Yug. And there are 1,000 Divya Yugas, which makes 1 day of Brahma. Yeah, you can put together all these calculations. That will result in 4,032,000,000 probably. Yeah. And then we also try to understand what is a Kalp, Vikalp, and Mahakalp, and Mahakalp. Now, what is being said is Maharaj Parikshit's questions about those, Sukdev Goswami answered in the Prabhas Kand of the Skanda Puran. They are as follows, like which are the 30 kalps. So like if we read this, it defines the names of each kalp. So not only it says that there are 30 kalps, one kalp in 30 days of Brahma, but the names are even given here. Like if we just quickly read these names, Nisha.
Therefore, the 30 kalpas of Brahma are Shvetakalpa, Nilohita, Vamadeva, Gathantara, Raurava, Prana, Brahatkalpa, Kandarpa, Sadhyotha, Isana, Dhyana, Saraswat, Udana, Garuda, Kaurma, Narsimha, Samadhi, Agneya, Vishnuja, Saura, Somakalpa, Bhavana, Supuma, Vaikuntha, Arisha, Valikalpa, Vairaja, Gaurikalpa, Maheshwara, Chitrakalpa. Hare Krishna.
So the reason we just read through the names, just to get an idea about, how, so there are specific names given for those. Let's just read this, Anilji.
these are Brahma's days only, and he has to live months and years up to 100. So we can just imagine how many creations there are in Kalpas only. Then again, there are Vikalpas, which are generated by the breathing of Mahavishnu, as is stated in the Brahma Samhita. Yasyaika nisabista kalam atha balama balambya jivanti loma bilaya jagat jagananda natha. The Brahmas live only during the breathing period of Mahavishnu. So the exhaling and inhaling of Vishnu are Mahakalpas. And all these are due to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but no one else is the master of all creations. Hare Krishna.
Right? So in Mahakalpa, you know, Lord Brahma and everyone is recreated basically. Okay, so hopefully, you know, some science knowledge, spiritual science knowledge, we understood. Yeah, let's read the next shlok. Sumit.
परिमाणं च कालस्य कल्पलक्षणविग्रहं यथा पुरस्तादव्या राख्यस्य पद्मनं कल्पमथो शृणु. O king, I shall in due course explain the measurement of time in its gross and subtle features with the specific symptoms of each. But for the present, let me explain unto you the Padma Kalpa. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So Padma Kalp is the first kalp. So it's defined as a Svet Kalp. Like if we go back,
Yes, this first was Shvet Kalpa.
yeah, Svet Kalp, right, is also known as Padma Kalp. Okay. So who is saying, "O king"? This is who is saying this? Sukdev Goswami, right? He's the one.
Narad Muni is saying, Asit Sud Goswami.
This is Sukdev Goswami telling to Parikshit Maharaj, right? And yeah, it's a small purport. Let's just read this quickly, Shiva.
The present duration of a kalpa of Brahma is called the Varata Kalpa or the Swet Vara Kalpa because of the incarnation of the Lord as Varata took place during the creation of Brahma, who was born on the lotus coming out of the abdomen of Vishnu. Therefore, this Varaha Kalpa is also known as Padma Kalpa and is testified by the acharyas like Jiva Goswami as well as Vishwanatha
Chakravarti Thakur.
And pursuance of the first commentator, Swami Sridhara. There is no contradiction between the Vara and the Padma Kalpa of Brahma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so the Varakalp and the Padma, the present duration is Varakalp, right? Or it's also called Svet Varakalp. So that's why I say Svet Kalp, right? And it's testified, right? That's the present kalp. That's Anisha.
यदाहनो भवान् सूतक्षता भागवतोत्तमः चचार तीर्थानि भुवस्त्यक्त्वा बन्धून थृदुस्त्यजान. Shaunak Rishi, after hearing all about the creation, inquired from Suta Goswami about Vidura. For Suta Goswami had previously informed him how Vidur left home and leaving aside all his relatives who were very difficult to leave. Hare Krishna.
Right, so the Shaunak Muni. Who is Shaunak Muni?
Shaunak Rishi.
Yeah. Shaunak Rishi is who? So he's the head of all the Rishi Munis, right? Who gathered at Naimisaranya. Remember? And then they asked Sud Goswami ji to recite the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sud Goswami is reciting to all these Rishi Munis who are gathered at Nemisaranya, because Sud Goswami was present when Sukhdev Goswami was reciting it to Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah. So when Sukhdev Goswami is described, so that's why many times you see Sud Goswami is saying that, oh, Sukhdev Goswami answered it this way, right? And that Sukhdev Goswami, you will see that, oh, Lord Sri Krishna actually answered it to Lord Brahma like this, or Lord Brahma answered to Narad Muni, because that's how this has been coming up. So Lord Krishna explained to Lord Brahma to Narad Muni, Naradji to Vedvyasji, Vedvyasji to Sukhdev Goswami ji, and then at Nemisaranya, Sud Goswami is reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to all the Munis headed by Shaunak Muni. So last what happened was he was talking about Vidur Maharaj, if you remember in Canto 1. And then when he was talking about the Vidur Maharaj, and then the question came up like how this world was created and so on and so forth. So the whole conversation started moving towards the creation and annihilation and the whole spiritual science which we went through. Now the Munis are coming back and they are saying, okay, you know what, that's fine. We are more interested in listening about what happened, what Vidur Maharaj, because Vidur Maharaj was a Jnani. So what conversation took place? So that's what all the Munis are asking Sud Goswami Ji Maharaj. Yeah. So the Shaunak Munis were actually know about Vidur, and whom did Vidur met? Maitreya Rishi, traveling to the pilgrimage sites of the world. So if you remember, you know, Vidur Maharaj left, and so let's do this. Reading Anilji.
Chattu koshar vestasya samvadodyatma sanskritah yadvasa bhagavastasmai prasthasta tamo vachaha bruhi nastadidam somya vidurasya vichestitam bandhutyaga nimittam cha yathaiva gatavana punaha. Could you scroll up, please? Saunaka Rishi said, let us know, please, what topics were discussed between Vidura and Maitreya, who talked on transcendental subjects, and what was inquired by Vidur and replied by Maitreya. Also, please let us know the reason for Vidur's giving up the connection of his family members and why he again came home. Please also let us know the activities of Vidur while he was in the places of pilgrimage. Hare Krishna.
Right? You know all about the Vidur, Mahatma Vidur, right? And it says, Shivam, if you read.
Sri Sud Goswami was narrating the topics of the creation and destruction of the material world, but it appears that the rishis headed by Shaunak were more inclined to hear of transcendental subjects which are on a higher level than the physical. There are two classes of men, namely those too addicted to the gross body and the material world, and others on a higher level who are interested more in transcendental knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam gives facility to everyone, both the materialist and to the transcendentalist. Hare Krishna.
All right. The most important thing mentioned here is two classes of men, right? And we are all starting with addiction to the gross body, right? And the materialistic affairs. But as we keep chanting more and more, as we start reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we get all this knowledge and devotion built. Our interest becomes higher level interests above the materialistic interest, right? And then we start becoming more interested in transcendental knowledge. And we start thinking about going back to Godhead. So actually we only have 3 minutes, and this is the final shlok of this one, but let's complete this tomorrow. Okay, we'll pause here. If anyone has any comments. And so we'll complete this tomorrow, and then that will bring us to completion of chapter 10. and Canto 2. Yeah. So, and last Thursday we are hearing the Kirtan of Kripalaji Maharaj. We'll start from there. Yeah. Any comment? I think it's all hopefully coming together. Yeah. And as we keep reading, a lot of things are repeated and all that. So we'll start understanding. And also when you get a chance, read some of the purports on, I think that will also give more explanation. Okay, so we'll hear the Kirtan and then we'll see you tomorrow.
यद्यपि है कृपालु बनवारी पर नहले पे दहला प्यारी यद्यपि है कृपालु बनवारी यद्यपि है कृपालु बनवारी पर नहले पे दहला प्यारी
नंदन सुख घन बनवारी श्री राधे बरसाने वाली नंदन सुख घन बनवारी नंदन सुख घन बनवारी